Bonjour ma petite chiffle, Amber here, and we are halfway through April. So I figured it was time to sit down and share books that I acquired in March. I said I was going to start doing my hauls monthly. Here we are. I do want to say that aside from books that I've gotten for specific videos, I've been doing pretty good with my book buying. I haven't bought a lot of books this year so far, aside from things that I needed for videos. So it looks like a lot, but it's not. That being said, the first three were all bought for my Jurassic Park vlog. The second of my comfort films choose my TBR videos, which at the time of filming is still not edited or uploaded yet. I don't know when you'll be seeing this video. Anyway, the first of which is The Lamb Will Slaughter the Lion by Margaret Killjoy. This is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. Like always, I'm going to try to keep the synopses really short if I mention them at all. This one follows our main character who ends up in this squatter town, trying to piece together like the events leading up to her friend's death. There she encounters a spirit that has been summoned, I guess, to protect this town, and is now turning on its summoners. I have read the book. I've read the first three, all for that vlog. Oh god, I'm apologizing now. My brain running on empty. So the next book I got in March was The Accidental Apprentice, which is the first of the Wilder Lore series by Amanda Foody. I've said this like 3 times now. This is the third Amanda Foody book that I own, the first one that I've read. I also have Ace of Shades. I always want to say Ace of Spades. No, Ace of Spades. What? No, Ace of Shades. God, okay. And All of Us Villains, but this is the first one I've read. This is the first of a middle grade series. This is very cute. This is very fun. This is very Bridge to Terabithia, like Spiderwick meets like Pokemon with a dash of Love and Monsters, starring the love of my life, Dylan O'Brien. Okay, I also got for that video one of my most anticipated reads of the year, Digging Up Love by Chandra Blumberg. This follows a baker and a paleontologist, and I mean, come on. The main character dreams of opening a cookie shop in Chicago. A dinosaur bone is found in her family's pool area, her family's land, and in comes our paleontologist fellow. Romance ensues. This is like the most Amber premise ever, honestly. The next book was sent to me from Honey Magnolia Co. and it's an arc of open play by J.N. Welsh. I have no real idea about what this book's about. All I know, okay, so the main character is apparently a physical therapist. She ends up going to Ireland. She meets this guy. It says a soccer team liaison who Ayana feels a strong urge to liaise with. That's funny. Oh wait, I'm sorry. She meets 2 guys and they work for the same soccer team, football team, and they're also best friends. So it looks like we've got a bit of like a throuple, a little bit of polyamory perhaps. Thanks. I never know when they're sending me things. They just show up on my door and I'm just like, okay. It was an arc, but this came out in February 15th. Okay, next. I'm excited. The next book that I got in March has been pre-ordered for so long. I don't even have the actual original. I don't even have like an actual copy of this book, but it's the Fairy Loot edition of The Righteous by Renee Ahdieh, which is the third of the Beautiful series. I have the matching copies of the first 2. I intend to get the 4th one whenever that goes up for pre-sale. I don't, like I said, have an actual copy of The Righteous yet. It's on my priority book shopping list, actually. because I just read The Damned in January. Loved it. I love this series. I love Renee. We know this. I just have to have the full collection of my Fairy Loot copies, and I love this color on the sprayed edges. And now that I have hauled this book, I can put it in storage with all of my other like special edition books that will one day go on the bookshelf, you know. The next 3 are all for this month's themed reading vlog. In April, I am reading dark academia books, my first foray into dark academia books. The first one is the book I just finished the other day, and it's Bunny by Mona Awad. I finally read this book. I also love this cover, and it goes with my nails. I thought I forgot I didn't have like a pink with these shades that I just bought from Mooncat. These like summery Easter eggy bright colors all look nice together. I think these aren't just, anyway, let's not talk about nail polish. This book was so bizarre, oh my god. But I'm like here for it, you know. This one follows our main character Samantha, who is in this like graduate program, fiction writing program. There are only what 4 other girls in the program, the bunnies. They're like this clique. One day she is invited by them to their smut salon, and then like a whole lot of weird things happen. So this is like one of the most popular, as far as I know, it's a very popular dark academia book. It's very popular like bookturnet book. So I'm glad I finally get the hype. I'm finally in on it. I'm in the clique, you know. And after reading this, I do want to go on and read Mona's other book, which I think is also dark academia as well. I'm really intrigued by that because it's like that has to do with Shakespeare as well. The next book I got is the book I'm currently reading. I just started reading this yesterday, and it's The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is like the dark academia book, which means it's very intimidating for me. All I know is that the main character, right now where I'm at, the main character has just like gotten to this college. It says, under the influence of their charismatic classics professor, a group of clever, eccentric misfits at an elite New England college discover a way of thinking and living that is a world away from the humdrum existence of their contemporaries. But when they go beyond the boundaries of normal morality, they slip gradually from obsession to corruption and betrayal, and at last inexorably into evil. I don't know, these books in this reading vlog, I wish I need to be like in New England somewhere. You know, Pennsylvania is not doing it for me as far as like the dark academia aesthetic and vibe. The last one that I got in March for this video for this month is Pureness by Susanna Clark. I'm very intrigued by this book. I don't really know what this book's about, but just like, this is another one. I think I've said this about, what was the other one? I can't remember the other one, but definitely Black Sun for a while. Every time it was Black Sun and Firekeeper's Daughter. Every time I read the synopsis, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to read this, but then immediately forget everything. So I don't know much. I think the main character moves into this like this house. There's one other person in the house, a man called the Other, who visits Pureness twice a week and asks for help with research into a great and secret knowledge. But as Pureness explores, evidence emerges of another person, and a terrible truth begins to unravel, revealing a world beyond the one Pureness has always known. I've heard a lot of good things about this book, so hopefully I get around to it this month. If not, I'm gonna have to do a dark academia part 2 at some point. The next book that I got in March was my March book of the month book, and it's the Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James, who is also the author of The Sundown Motel, which was one of my first book of the month books actually, and I loved that book. So seeing this as an option was a no-brainer, really. I believe this follows, it's kind of like a similar premise. It follows two timelines, 1977 and 2017. A true crime blogger gets more than she bargained for while interviewing the woman acquitted of 2 cold case slayings in this chilling new novel from the best-selling author of The Sundown Motel. Basically, it follows the true crime blogger, like I said, who gets an interview, I believe, with this woman who might be a serial killer. love that for me. And like I said, if it's anything like Sundown Motel, I'm going to love this. I was surprised by how much I loved that. The next two were sent to me from Macmillan. Thank you, Macmillan. And they are by the same author. The first one is Traitor by Amanda Macrina, and the other one is The Silent Unseen, also by Amanda Macrina. I believe they're both World War II historical fictions. I don't really know anything else beyond that. This is Betrayal is a Matter of Life or Death. Takes place in this one takes place in Poland. Apparently this one's a thriller. That's interesting. It's a YA thriller. Are they both YA thrillers? It says Poland 1944, after the Soviet liberation of Lwów. I'm sorry. From Germany, the city remains a battleground between resistance fighters and insurgent armies. Its loyalty is torn between Poland and Ukraine. 17-year-old Tolia Krolenko is half Ukrainian, half Polish, and he joined the Red Army to keep himself alive and fed. When he not quite accidentally shoots his unit's political officer in the street, oh bro, he's rescued by a squad of Ukrainian freedom fighters. They might have saved him, but Toya doesn't trust them. He especially doesn't trust Solove. The squad's war-scarred young leader who has his own secrets. Then Betrayal sends them both on the run, and in a city where loyalty comes second to self-preservation, a traitor can be an enemy or a savior, or sometimes both. This captivating novel of World War II is a tightly woven thriller that explores cultural conflict, deep-seated prejudice, and the terror of living in a world where deception is a means of survival. And then this one, I don't think they go together. I just think they take place at the same time. This one also is Poland 1944. 16-year-old Maria is making her way home after years of forced labor in Nazi Germany, only to find her village destroyed and her parents killed in a war between the Polish resistance and Ukrainian nationalists. To Maria's shock, the local resistance unit is commanded by her older brother Tomek, who she thought was dead. He is now a silent unseen, a special operations agent with an audacious plan to resist a new and even more dangerous enemy sweeping in from the east. When Tomek disappears, Maria is determined to find him, but the only person who might be able to help is a young Ukrainian prisoner, and the last person Maria trusts, even as she feels a growing connection to him that she can't escape. I'm trying to get back to my historical fiction roots. We'll see when I get around to these. And the last book that I got in March was my fairy loot for the month, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty, y'all. And it's The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axio. Also goes with my nails. This one definitely goes with my nails. I think this is literally the same color. That's the same color. Anyway, so let's just look at this. Let's look at this. And I look at that. Fairy Loot just, they know what they're doing. And I really like that they're putting the art on the end papers like now. Oh, I'm sorry, let me take that out. While I do like art on the reverse of the dust jacket, I'm probably never going to see it because I don't reverse my dust jackets like that. Especially if the actual outside is pretty as well. This like kind of really gives it its place, its moment to shine. This one, I believe, follows a main character. For generations, deadly storms have ravaged Mina's homeland. Her people believe the sea god, once their protector, now curses them with death and despair. To appease him, each year a maiden is thrown into the sea in the hopes that one day the true bride will be chosen and end the suffering. The people in her hometown, her town, her village, believe that her brother, the main character's brother's love is like the true bride or whatever, and they plan to sacrifice her, the main character, in order to save her and support her brother, I guess, volunteers as tribute. She throws herself into the water in the girl's stead and is swept away to the spirit realm. Apparently there's a motley crew of demons, gods, and spirits, which sounds like the makings of a found family. I could be wrong, but you know, I'm always looking for that. Yeah, I am excited to read this. I am not going to read this copy because this copy is not meant to be bent, beat up, broken, etc. She's meant to be protected and loved and preserved. But yeah, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I need to pick up a copy, like a readable copy of this. I'm tired, guys. And if my brain was on empty when I started, I don't know what's going on now. It's sputtering. But those are the books that I got in March. Like I said, it's about halfway through April and I have not purchased a book. I have 2 pre-orders coming this month, but like aside from that and Fairy Loot, I haven't purchased any books. I even skipped my book of the month this month. But thank you for watching this. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, feel free to subscribe. All my places are down below so you can follow me. And I'll follow you back, and I'll see you very soon.